On today's Support Your Grind segment of the Smoking Bean, I would like to showcase Cheyenne's Closet. And if you watch the show, I love candles, and I'm always using candles to set the zone and the vibe and the energy in my space. And Cheyenne's Closet has been very important to setting that tone and that environment in my space here in the Smoking Bean. So I would like to showcase Cheyenne's Closet, and it was created with the intention to provide a service for daily needs. She says, my first rollout were candles because I wanted to help set the tones in people's homes, workplaces, and meditation areas. To me, nothing is more important than energy. By changing the energy in the room, you can in turn help an angry spirit relax, a grieving spirit feel comforted, and even set the mood for an intimate setting. It is important to me to always lead with positive energy. And it has no doubt lived up to her intention. So if you love candles, and most people do, but if it's part of your daily vibe, your zone, if it helps set your tone and energy in your space, please head over to at Cheyenne's Closet on her IG and follow the instructions there to order some of her signature scents. These are beautiful candles. The vessels that they come in, she's put a lot of time and care into just putting this together. So I just want to shout her out and actually introduce to my audience what I use and what helps set my tone. So head over to at Cheyenne's Closet and order you a package, man. What's going on, family? It's your boy back in the building for another episode of the Smoking Bean. I'm your host, Jay, and of course, always, your boy Coffee is in the building. What's going on, bro? Happy New Year. And we are happy to be back for another episode in this new season, 2 weeks in, and we're feeling good, man. I'm hoping everyone is doing well, feeling good, feeling motivated and encouraged, healthy and strong. We're still praying for everyone that has been through, that's going through, and that has made it through, because we're thanking God for what he's done as well. So let's get into it, man. I'm excited about today's topic, talking about walking the dog, controlling yourself. And it's funny because I came up with this topic last summer, the summer that just passed. I was out doing my morning run, and I saw this lady come out the house, and she was walking the dog, and it was a big dog. And she came out the house, and the dog was just pulling, and she couldn't control it. She was trying to go left. The dog wanted to go right. She eventually gave in to the dog and did what the dog wanted to do. And then so I ran past. I kept running. On my way back, she was still coming back from her walk with the dog, and the dog was stopping. She was waiting. She wanted to go. The dog wanted to continue to stop, and it just made me think about the topic, walking your dog, controlling yourself. And a lot of times that dog represents our flesh. A lot of times, and it's just scripture, and if you go to Galatians, it says your flesh would always want to do what's contrary to what your spirit wanted to do. So and vice versa, it's always going to be that tug of war between your flesh and your spirit, your mind. And we have to take control of it at some point, and we can't blame the dog. The dog is only doing what it's been allowed to do. You can't, and just like your children, just like anything, just like yourself, you can't expect something to be different if you allowed it to do or act a certain way at home. If you've been feeding your dog bad food, well, not bad food, but not the best food, or if you allow your dog to jump on the furniture and jump on people and run around and do whatever you want to do when you're walking them, of course your dog is going to go wild when he's outside and you're trying to control him because he's like, what are you trying to do? You let me do what I want to do any other time. So why are you trying to act funny now because we're around people? Same thing with your children. You want to be all embarrassed and you want to get on them when they say something that's not proper, or they are in someone's home and not acting respectable and, doing the things they're supposed to do. You want to be embarrassed or you want to get on them and they looking at you like, what am I doing? This is what we do all the time. Yeah, I know the song WAP. You play the song WAP all the time. So now you want to be embarrassed because we had passed the house and I'm singing it. You know what I'm saying? Or, yeah, I know how to do that dance because you do that dance. Or this is what I say because you say, whatever. You want me to sit down on somebody else's furniture, but you let me jump around on ours. So it's the same thing. I mean, we can't expect our flesh, our children, our dogs to be different than what we've been feeding it, training it to be. And I feel like this is a topic that everyone has dealt with or and can benefit from. I mean, we all have this tug of war struggle with ourselves because over the years to this point, from where we came from to now, we've put on a lot. We've learned a lot. We've done a lot. And that has shaped the desires and the craving of our flesh. It shaped who our flesh is. Whether it's being lazy, whether it's eating bad food, whether it's sex, drugs, alcohol, porn, strip clubs, partying, relationships, the type of people we're around, social media, whatever, foods, whatever, games. It can be anything. It don't always have to be something bad, but all those things are who we are. So then when we try to change them, that's when the tug of war happens. It's like, look, this is what I've been doing. Now you want to go on a diet? Now you want to start eating healthy? Now you want to start working out? We never worked out. So a lot of times because our flesh is stronger than our willpower, because we just started activating our willpower. That's not a muscle that we've been using. But our flesh, we've been doing this for years. So yeah, I'm stronger than you. So yeah, you want to work out. You want to eat right. You want to stop doing this and stop sleeping around and using this and going here. But I've been doing this. So come on, you coming with me. And that's what your flesh usually tells you. Come on, you're coming with me. That's what the dog was telling the lady when he was walking her. She was walking him. Come on, you're coming with me. And at some point we got to say, you know what? Enough of this. Actually, I'm the one holding the leash. How are you walking me and I'm holding the leash? So wake up in the morning, tell yourself, hey, I'm holding the leash today. And it's going to be a struggle because, it's funny because as soon as we say something out our mouth or put it in our mind to do, that's when our flesh is the strongest because it's like, no, I'm going to work out in the morning. When I get up and set my alarm for 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm going to get up. And then that'll be the day your flesh has the best sleep ever. It's feeling good. You're lazy. You're like, oh, man, this sleep is so good. I don't want to get up. Hit the snooze. Turn the alarm off. Now it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You didn't work out. You didn't read. You didn't get up and make your smoothie. You didn't make the phone calls you needed to because your flesh will always want to do the opposite of what you want to do, what your spirit wants to do, what your mind wants to do, what your heart wants to do. Your flesh is always going to fight against it because it's a creature of habit. It's not you that's a creature of habit. It's your flesh because it's going to do what it's normally been doing. So it's like, no, I don't want to do this. So take control of your dog, man. Take control of your dog. Don't be like that lady walking down the street and having her dog pull her all over the place. Or don't be like the person. And this is what I really don't like. I'm trying not to use the word hate so much, but I don't like it when people don't have their dog under control. You bring your dog over, or your dog, you come over to me, we're talking, you bring your dog over the house, and you allowing your dog to jump all over my furniture. You allowing your dog to jump all over me. I got a black sweater on. I got a nice pair of jeans. I don't want your dog all on my clothes. Now I got dog fur all on me. I don't want your dog all over my furniture. Now it's dog fur all over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, control your dog. Like, everybody don't want a dog all on them or licking on them. Like, so what I used to do, what I do with my pets is, when company come, I crate my dog immediately, because first of all, I don't know if you're scared of a dog. I don't know what type of fears you have. I don't know if you just want a dog running up to you, jumping on you, licking on you. You know what I'm saying? So I crate my dog immediately, and then they say, "Oh, you got a dog?" I say, "Yeah." I put him in, because I didn't know. Oh, it's okay. Once I get the okay, then I let my dog come out to play. And you have to just set boundaries and control your animal. You just can't be all over the place and doing anything just like yourself. Watch what you say. Just because your flesh, or you want to do something, or you're used to doing something a certain type of way, control your mouth, man. Have a filter. Like, just don't say anything just because you keeping it real. Yeah, kids keep it real. Kids say whatever they want to say, and do whatever they want to do. Not adults. You have to have some type of control over what you're saying and how you're acting. Um, and that just goes with time. It takes time to reprogram yourself. Control your dog, man. Control yourself. You don't have to watch porn when you got a wife in there. But it's something that it's a habit. We pick these things up over time, and then it becomes what our flesh desires. Just like children and pets, they only know, and we were children at one time too, so we only know what is given to us. We don't know about sweets. We don't know about juices, sodas. We don't know about sex, drugs, any of that until it's introduced. Once it's introduced, now we have a taste for it. Whether we go overboard with it or not, whether we become addicted to it or not, it's something now that we have a taste for, So when we get in a familiar situation, we already have a taste and a desire for it. Excuse me. We have a desire for it. And it's familiar to our flesh, so we automatically just go into that type of vibe. But if we didn't know about it, we would be like, hold on, what's this? We would question it. So it's like, we control over time what our flesh, what our dog craves, and how it acts. And we have to do this eventually as we get older and mature, because our flesh and our habits will take us down and have us in quicksand, drowning very quickly. And we won't have no control because it's stronger than our will. So start creating some routines and some better habits. Sometimes you have to starve your flesh, and that's why fasting is it's an excellent way to just reprogram yourself. A lot of people, when they think of fasting, they always think of it as a spiritual thing, and it can be, but it's physical as well. I mean, because we're resetting and reprogramming ourselves to do without the things that we crave and desire, and sometimes become addicted to. I'm right now, and it's just for my own personal reasons. I'm 2 weeks into a 30-day fast from certain things that I feel like I just needed to kind of reset from. One of them are cigars and bourbon. And I'm an occasional bourbon drinker and cigar smoker. I may have one cigar a week, but I'll split it in half. So, how big a cigar is. Say if I smoke a cigar, it'll be on Monday If I smoke a cigar on Monday, I'll smoke half, and then I'll smoke the other half on Thursday. So that's one cigar a week. Each time I smoke, I'll have a glass of bourbon with that. So that's 2 glasses of bourbon a week, which is not much, some people every day. But for me, I only did one thing when I did the other. And when I'm relaxing, I associated relaxing with smoking a cigar, having a bourbon. And a lot of times that's what creates a habit. You associate a feeling with whatever you're doing. So a lot of times when to have a good time, people think they have to drink. That's why it's like, oh, we getting together. Where's the drinks? Why you can have a good time without drinks. We all can, but you associate a good time with drinking. You associate relaxation with candles. Or soft music or whatever it is. You associate, so it becomes a habit. And sometimes you just need to be like, you know what? I can relax. I can set a zone. I can have a good time without those things. I can sit and have a good vibe without a cigar and a bourbon. I put on some soft music. I come and sit in here, light my candle, and I'm chilling. I have a cup of coffee. Even then, I've taken a break from that sometimes, just to say, you know what? I don't need those things to enjoy myself. I don't need those things to set my vibe. And not saying those things are bad, but you just have to be able to control yourself, reset, and let your flesh know, hey, I'm holding the leash. I do this when I feel like it, not because you're craving it and you want it. And the crazy thing is when you start to take those things away, it's not until you do that you realize how much you wanted it, how much you desire it and crave it. Because there's times in this 2 weeks that I've been without smoking a cigar or having a bourbon. Yeah, there's been times when I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, it's been a good day. We ran some errands, we took care of some business, and now I'm sitting in my room and like, man, a nice cigar would be nice right now to kind of just cap off the day. And I was like, no, I can't do it. I'm gonna just chill. I mean, I can if I want to. I can do whatever I want to do, but I promised myself that I'm gonna reset and fast. But I felt myself, even though I smoke one cigar a week. I'm proud of myself because I'm like, whoa, like it took for me to stop doing something to realize how much it was affecting me a little bit, whether it's a little or a lot. If it's something you do on a regular, it's a habit. So I just wanted to be honest with you guys about that, because I'm sure we have a lot of different things that we need to control. There's a lot of different ways that we need to control our dogs, a lot of people we need to cut off, a lot of things we need to stop watching, Stay off that porn site. I know sometimes, it's just easy for you to access it on your phone, and sometimes you got it in your history. Delete that stuff, man, because you have to take control. You can't let your flesh, just do what it wants to do, because now what happens is it starts to affect other parts of your life. It started, affecting you being intimate with your significant other, because now you're so used to watching porn, or it makes you late to things, or now you laying in the bed, it messes up your schedule because now you're addicted to having to watch this, and then your flesh is craving it. So now when you go out and now you're tempted when you see the type of women out here, and you want to emulate, and it just creates something bigger. What foods, control yourself. It's after 10 o'clock. Do you really need that big bowl of ice cream? Do you really need that cake right now? Eat something a little healthier. And I know it's hard. These are it sounds easy, trust me. I'm a creature of habits as well. It's easier said than done, but I wanted to be transparent about some of the things I deal with, so we can get through this together. Whatever it is that's walking you. Because what happens is we take the place of the dog now. We're the dog in this relationship. Our flesh is the owner. So stop. Let's reverse it. We're the owner, and we control the dog. Take control of whatever's holding you up, whatever's pulling you down, whatever is dragging you down. Because, a lot of things, don't even give you energy. Like if it's not giving you energy, you need to reset from that anyway. Sometimes, I understand why people get high. I understand why people smoke weed, because it takes you to a place. I mean, just like how bourbon and a cigar relaxes me. I get it. People smoke weed, especially adults. After a long week of working, stress from the world, you might want to, smoke to relax you. I get it. It's not my thing, but I get it. What I don't, and this is a different type. What I don't understand, the people that don't work and don't have a hard day, why are you smoking every day? Like these kids, what do you need to relax from? What do you need to get away from that you need to be high every day? But that's a whole other topic right there. But I get it. You do things for comfort. Sometimes people eat for comfort food. But at some point, you just have to take control of something and say, you know what? I'm not going to eat as much. I'm not going to smoke as much. I'm not going to drink as much this month. I'm going to cut back. And I'm not telling everybody to fast and go cold turkey. But even cutting it down to half is showing that, hey, I can control this thing. You know what? Instead of me eating this burger, let's eat half of this burger or whatever it is. I'm just naming something. Whether, I'm just going to cut it down to maybe 2 times instead of 4 times or 1 time instead of 2 times, whatever it is. Control your dog. Stop letting your dog jump on all everybody's furniture. Control yourself. Control your mouth. You don't always have to say the first thing that's coming out or the same thing you feel. You don't have to post what you feeling all the time. Be sensitive, be compassionate, because a lot of times the people that you are offended by, they're going through something. And I'm trying to be big on that as well. When, me and my wife are talking, and we all have opinions of people, celebrities or whatever. And we're like, yeah, they crazy. And I'm always like, well, we don't know what they're going through. Because I've been on both sides. I've been on the side where I was judged for my decisions, and I was on the side where I was the judge, or acting like and judging people. And if you don't understand someone's struggle, if you don't understand someone's dog, because all of our dogs are different. People have different upbringings. Their families and generational curses and generational habits have jumped on them, and we're looking and we're pointing the finger. We're like, control your dog. And like, you don't know nothing about me. So it's easy for you to say, because that's not your dog. But hey, if you're going to tell me to control mine, look deep down in yourself and start controlling yours. Huh? If you spend 3, 4, 5, and this is probably low numbers, on social media a day, unless you're doing it for business. If it's part of your business, that's fine, because hey, if it's making money, do what you got to do. But if you scrolling, and if you added up the time that you spent scrolling up and down a feed, and my pastor, he said something, I think last week, a feed, that's why I call it a feed. It's feeding whatever you need. It's feeding you. It's scrolling, you're looking before you know it. That's 30 minutes. You put it down. I've seen people put their phone down for 2 minutes and have to pick it right back up. They scrolling again. Nothing has changed in 2 minutes. You picking it up. At the end of the day, you done spent 5-6 hours from scrolling combined, when you could have wrote a little bit on that book. You could have fixed I don't have time to fix nothing healthy. You had time to scroll and be on Instagram and post all those hours in the day. You could have prepped your meal. You could have worked out. You could have went on a walk. You could have, whatever. You can replace those things with something better. So stop making excuses, man. We have to control our dog. And I just wanna push that. That's why I keep saying control your dog. Control your dog. Control yourself. So as you continue to say control your dog, control yourself. Take control of yourself. Whatever is having you get out of character, you know? Don't you want your eyes to look a little brighter? You want your face to look a little brighter? And chill for a second, man. Chill. You want your lungs, you want to be healthy on the inside. Stop taking in some of these things that are, making you, feel bad. Stop eating those things that's making you have heartburn and high blood pressure. I had to do that. I was having a little bit of high blood pressure early in the summer mixed with some anxiety. And I had to cut back on eating certain things, eating certain ways, putting a lot of salt. I'm a big seasoner when I cook, so I had to lighten up. So, I want to be honest with you guys because I really, really want us all to get to the point where we're shedding some things that has had a hold on us over the years. And a lot of times it's us. It's nobody. Our flesh is us. Our flesh is the closest thing. So it's not nobody else's fault. It's no one else's fault. It's you. It's what you have put on. It's what you have eaten and watched and learned and read and said. And, all these things have become what you crave and desire to become your habits. So, yeah, hopefully, man, we can take 1 week. I encourage you all and I challenge you all to take 1 week from whatever it is that you feel like, hey, I need to reset. Not saying stop. We all can do what we want to do. I just want us all to be able to control what we do. Yeah. After 30 days, guess what? I already know what cigar I'm going to smoke. I already know what glass of bourbon I'm going to have. That's going to be my reward for being able to say, hey, I took control and I can stop whenever I feel like it. You never know if you have control of something unless you try to control it. Just like the dog. You think the dog listens to you until you open that door and it goes running down the street. I've been there. The dog is cool in the house. Yeah, I'm going to be cool here. But as soon as you open that door, I'm about to run crazy. And you like, come here. And now you're getting mad and you're angry. And it's like, you never had control of it. You just thought you did. And people that have habits and addictions, they always say this. I can stop anytime I want to. Okay, we'll do it. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Don't smoke anything for 5 days, for 7 days. Don't drink anything. Don't eat the burgers and the fast foods and the salty foods, the beef and the porks. Don't 5 days, 7 days, a full week. Replace it with something healthy. Replace it with something that's gonna motivate and encourage you. Read something instead of watching porn. The time that you're watching porn, you could be reading and praying or motivating or coming up with a plan. Those people on the TV got their money. Do you know what I'm saying? Instead of you playing video games all day, how about you try to create a video game and present it to someone? Like reset. Like how we do our phones. Some of us don't even reset our phones, man. It got to be on all the time. And what happens is the phone resets itself. Reset your computer. Your computer even has a time when it says, hey, restart needed or whatever, it restarts. Reset yourself. Hey, I'm going to chill. TV, video games, whatever it is. It don't even have to be anything bad that hurts you, but it can be something, it can turn into something that hurts you because it takes up your time. It takes up too much of your time. You have a wife, you have a husband, you have children. That's more time for you to spend with them, with a clear mind and energy and the energy, instead of watching porn or, calling this other these other people want to be at these other places. Now you got energy and time for your spouse, and she's or he's gonna feel the difference and like, whoa, like where'd that come from? Yeah, that's the energy that I've saved up for you. You can get that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So control your dog, man, and put that energy and store that energy to be put out in the places that it need to be. So yeah, hopefully that helped, man. It helps me. So like I said, I try to share what helps me, and hopefully we can be on this ride together, just trying to make ourselves better. And that's what the Smoking Bean is about, man. Motivating, encouraging, loving on each other, supporting each other, because we trying to get to the top, man. And we want to be healthy mentally, spiritually, and physically. We want to be healthy and strong. So how are we going to do that? Share each other's testimonies with each other, share our struggles with each other, our weaknesses. So if it's someone else going through that, hey, they can call me up and be like, yo, I'm going through the same thing. Or I can call somebody and be like, hey, I heard you. How do you deal with that? So let's help each other, man. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching the show, subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We need to get our followers up. We need to get our subscriptions up for many reasons. We got things coming. I'm excited for what the Smoking Bean is gonna be presenting. And yeah, just come along with the ride with me, man. We doing this thing, and it's for us. We're talking and having conversation with each other, because I'm gonna be at the top, man. And it's gonna be because of you guys, and hopefully I can do something to support and help you get to the top. We gotta pull each other up. Hope you're at the top with me. Peace.